We're eagerly anticipating whether Aaron Paul will return to the driver's seat for the upcoming Need for Speed sequel. Will we witness Toby Marshall's son stepping into the spotlight, or will the sequel take us in a different direction altogether? Here's what we know so far. Adapting video games into movies has historically been a challenging endeavor. The first attempt, Super Mario Bros. In 1993, was plagued by production issues and deviated drastically from the game's cheerful tone, resulting in a disappointing reception. Subsequent adaptations like Street Fighter and Double Dragon also failed to impress, although Mortal Kombat in 1995 gained a cult following as a B-movie gem. While the critical reception of video game adaptations has improved slightly with successes like Netflix's Castlevania and Detective Pikachu, the genre is still searching for its standout hit. Need for Speed, released in 2014, didn't quite hit the mark. Despite Aaron Paul, propelled to stardom by Breaking Bad, leading a talented cast including Imogen Poots, Dominic Cooper, and Michael Keaton, the film failed to deliver. While it offered some thrilling car chases, its subdued drama and lackluster reception from both audiences and critics left much to be desired. Despite facing criticism from reviewers, the box office success of Need for Speed, particularly in global markets like China, has sparked talks of a potential sequel. However, the journey towards Need for Speed 2 is fraught with challenges. While the film's performance in the US failed to meet expectations, its significant earnings overseas, notably in China, where it garnered over $200 million, offer a more optimistic outlook. Nonetheless, the gap between disappointing domestic results and international triumphs has left distributors hesitant about the sequel's viability. The initial announcement for Need for Speed 2 occurred in 2015, with plans for it to be a joint venture between EA and the China Movie Channel Program Center. The objective was to expand the franchise into a major global series, with a considerable portion of the sequel intended to be filmed in China. Despite this announcement, updates on the project have been scarce, leaving fans uncertain about its future. Aaron Paul, the lead actor in the original film, has expressed interest in reprising his role for the sequel, citing his positive experience with the first installment. However, the lack of specific details regarding the plot and production status has cast doubt on the fate of Need for Speed 2. In a surprising turn of events, the existence of Need for Speed 2 was confirmed in 2015, with plans for it to be a collaborative effort between EA and the China Movie Channel Program Center. The ambition was to elevate Need for Speed into a significant international franchise, which much of the sequel's filming slated to take place in China. During a 2016 interview with Collider, while promoting the thriller 999, Aaron Paul acknowledged hearing discussions about Need for Speed 2. He admitted being unaware of the storyline, but expressed openness to reprising his role, contingent upon the quality of the script. Paul's track record of advocating for strong storytelling, evidenced by his input into Jesse's character arc in Breaking Bad's finale, suggests that his involvement could potentially elevate the sequel, addressing any shortcomings of the original installment. With that being said, in the hypothetical scenario of Need for Speed 2, the storyline could revolve around Toby Marshall's son, who has grown up in the workshop and discovered his innate talent for racing and car customization. Upon turning 18, he enters the racing scene and impressively outpaces his competitors. Meanwhile, a narrative reminiscent of recent NFS games unfolds, where corrupt cops with a personal vendetta against street racers infiltrate the force and deploy high-performance cars to enforce their agenda. However, Marshall Jr., prioritizing handling and agility over raw power, builds a Lotus Elise that dominates the competition during cornering maneuvers. As Marshall Jr. pursues his engineering studies at college, he meets a girl with whom he forms a connection. Despite her initial surprise at his involvement in street racing, she becomes intrigued and eventually participates in the races herself, revealing a hidden talent. Amidst this, Toby and his crew prepare for the next De Leon race, a complex event involving multiple stages and crew changes. However, tensions rise when a rival racer, possibly connected to Dino, seeks revenge for his previous defeat by informing the corrupt cops about the race, leading to Marshall Jr.'s potential arrest. Unbeknownst to Marshall Jr., the girl he is involved with is the daughter of one of the corrupt cops, who disagrees with her father's actions. She tries to warn Marshall Jr. about the impending danger, but Toby, unaware of her intentions, intervenes and forbids his son from participating in the race. Feeling conflicted but determined to support his father, Marshall Jr. modifies his mother's 2015 Mustang into an anti-cop runner car. Meanwhile, his girlfriend clandestinely provides him with insider information from her father, allowing Marshall Jr. to navigate the treacherous race while evading the authorities. In this adrenaline-fueled narrative, Marshall Jr.'s ingenuity and resourcefulness, combined with the support of his crew and girlfriend, propel him through the high-stakes world of underground racing, ultimately culminating in a showdown against both his rivals and the corrupt forces seeking to thwart him. As the DeLeon race intensifies, Toby's crew finds themselves entangled in a relentless pursuit by the cops. Unexpectedly, Marshall Jr. arrives to lend a helping hand, providing crucial assistance in evading the authorities and relaying vital information from his girlfriend. However, a devastating crash during the race leaves one crew member unable to continue driving the final leg, and Toby, with his injured leg and a wrecked car, is unable to take the wheel without breaking DeLeon rules. Despite their setback, Marshall Jr. refuses to give up, stepping in to drive the Lotus Elise with remarkable skill and determination. With precision reminiscent of Formula One handling, he mounts an epic comeback, narrowly missing out on first place but earning the respect of his competitors. However, the victor mocks Marshall Jr. for bringing a Lotus Elise to a hypercar race, oblivious to the fact that Marshall Jr. had outperformed every other hypercar in the competition. Just as defeat seems inevitable, Marshall Jr.'s girlfriend arrives with Toby in one of their previous leg cars, revealing the betrayal of a DeLeon associate who leaked information to the cops. Outraged by the deception, the DeLeon community takes swift action, disqualifying the culprit and extending an invitation to Marshall Jr.'s girlfriend to join the crew. However, her decision to defy her corrupt father results in her being disowned, prompting her to move in with Marshall Jr. and his family. Amidst the triumph and reconciliation, the stage is set for a potential sequel, with the lingering threat of revenge from the disgraced cop serving as a tantalizing prospect for Need for Speed 3. The aftermath of the DeLeon race brings a sense of closure and camaraderie to Toby's crew as they celebrate their victory and newfound unity. Marshall Jr.'s exceptional performance has earned him respect among his peers, solidifying his place within the racing community. Meanwhile, his girlfriend's decision to stand against her father's corruption highlights her bravery and integrity, setting the stage for her continued involvement in their adventures. As life returns to normalcy, Marshall Jr. and his girlfriend find solace in each other's company, supported by Toby and the rest of the crew. However, the shadow of her father's wrath looms ominously, hinting at potential challenges ahead. Despite the risks, they remain undeterred, ready to face whatever obstacles come their way as they navigate the dangerous world of underground racing. With the groundwork laid for future adventures, the possibility of Need for Speed 3 looms on the horizon, promising even more adrenaline-fueled action and thrilling twists. As they prepare for the next chapter in their journey, Toby's crew stands united, ready to conquer whatever lies ahead on the unforgiving streets of the underground racing scene. What are your thoughts on the proposed storyline for Need for Speed 2 and its potential continuation into Need for Speed 3? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to share your ideas for future videos.